All right, let's try this. Let's try it again. Opera guy. What did you want to be when you grew up? Everyone wanted to be something back in my day. Professional football player, baseball player, tennis player, actor, singer, dancer. Everyone wanted to be something. But being something professional takes a lot of work. Takes exercise, hours of practice, discipline, commitment. Nowadays, I think it's a little different. Discipline is too much work. Commitment, it's just too hard. It's a lot easier these days to just go on YouTube and do stupid shit. 3 million hits, 5 million, 10 million hits, professional dumb shits. That's what you want to be, a professional dumb shit.
Leaving his soul, part in the waters of the medulla oblongata.
You know, I don't really want to work at something. I'll just stick a tennis ball up my ass for clicks. Or I'll hassle people on the street for clicks. I'll eat spoiled food and barf it up for clicks. That's what I'll do. Professional purger. All I wanted to be when I was a kid was a rock singer. That's all I wanted to be. I didn't want to be an astronaut or a tennis player or an accountant or a plumber. I wanted to be Robert fucking Plant or Roger Daltrey or Ronnie James Dio. My own little song remains the same in my own little world. Now, I made the choice to be a musician in college, specifically junior college. Junior college is like extended high school. It's like extended adolescent school. It's for people like me who haven't grown up yet and don't know what they want to do with their life, but they still want a few more years of fucking around before they actually have to get a job. I went to Pierce Junior College in the Valley, Woodland Hills, California. So what was it going to be? English major or music major? Writer, musician. Well, look at it this way. Writers struggle and starve. Musicians struggle and starve too, but they also get laid. So, music it is. Music it is. I started out in the general chorus. The problem is the chorus met 5 days a week, and I couldn't make that commitment. I had a pretty serious relationship right then with weed that sort of prohibited me from things like compulsory attendance. At that time, I was a lot better at eating Captain Crunch out of the box and binge watching Gilligan's Island, fantasizing about sex with Marianne. So as you can imagine, I was let go from the chorus for, get this, serial tardiness. So I signed up for another music class, and there I found a music teacher that sort of took an interest in me. And when I mean took an interest, I don't mean like To Catch a Predator take an interest. He just took an interest in me. I guess he saw some natural talent in me. The only problem was this guy was an opera teacher. Opera? Oh, you mean like Jesus Christ Superstar opera? Okay, that's pretty cool. I love that musical. I loved primarily the London version of Jesus Christ Superstar with Ian Gillan as Jesus. Totally amazing singing. My favorite character was Murray Head as Judas, singing right up until the point where he slipped the noose around his neck and hung himself. But then, in a twist of fate, he comes back to life and sings the title track, Jesus Christ Superstar. Hey, you know what? If this is opera, then I could sing that all day long. The only problem was my music teacher did not know about Jesus Christ Superstar. He wanted me to sing real opera, Italian opera, in Italian no less. But you know what? They didn't have School of Rock back then. It was opera or nothing. So, okay, I gave it a go. Of course, I couldn't tell my friends that I was learning opera. I would have been shunned. I would have been banished from the tribe. Opera was about as cool as badminton back then. Okay, one thing you have to learn is pitch. You have to learn how to have an ear. Pitch is very important for rock or any kind of singing. Now this was before auto-tune or any of those weird gimmicks that they use these days like Milli Vanilli shit. Nowadays, you don't have to learn about pitch. The machine does it for you like a robot. I'd be in my room at night getting stoned with my friends and my phone would ring. It was the opera teacher making a house call. Hello? Shh. Oh yeah, hey, oh, hey. What am I doing? I'm practicing. The big recital. Oh, I know. I'll be ready. Okay. The big recital was coming up. I was going to have to sing opera in front of a bunch of people. Give me another hit of weed. I didn't want to be an opera singer. I wanted to be a rock singer. I didn't want to sing in a tuxedo. I wanted to have long hair and tight jeans. I wanted to rock. Aerosmith, Get Your Wings, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I needed to get into a band. Then I could extend that adolescence for 20 more years. I could sit in my room and I could envision the whole thing in my head. This is before MTV, so you had to do it in your head. Like that movie, Almost Famous. The girls, the guys, the music, the stage, acres and acres of glory. I could see it all in my head, but I couldn't touch it. I had a cheap PA system already and a couple of microphones, but I kept breaking my microphones because I was always trying to recreate that Roger Daltrey thing where he spins the mic cord all the time, and my mics would always just fly off and break. The night before the big recital, I sat in my bed and I was having fitful dreams. Really, there was no choice. I didn't have to choose. The big day came. I won't go into it too much, but suffice to say that I totally f***ed up the recital. My opera teacher's body language pretty much said it all. Look in my city, where will never die. I'm watching him shake his head and he wouldn't even look at me. It didn't take a rocket scientist to realize that I had f***ed up the audition. That's cool. I probably f***ed it up on purpose. You know what? I know I did. I didn't want to be weirdo, clean-cut opera guy. I wanted to be long-haired, tattooed scumbag rock guy. I wanted free will and long hair and hammer of the gods, all the bells and whistles. Failing the opera test was pretty easy. Getting the record deal, that was hard. Hollywood, California. Even when you're good, nobody cared. You're just one long-haired fish swimming in a barrel full of long-haired fish, singing about chicks and booze and I can't drive 55 and other assorted nonsense. Generic at best, cheesy at worst. I guess you could say that we were a little different. We sang about drinking, but it was sort of from a Bukowskian point of view. You know, blacked out in the red room. A little darker, a little bit more serious. We used to play the movie Barfly, in fact, before our gigs on the VHS tape to just get into character. That was our soundtrack at the time. That was our sort of niche, so to speak.
Why don't you stop drinking? Anybody can be a drunk.
Anybody can be a non-drunk.
Go watch that movie, Barfly. You'll hear the lyrics come to life. Blackout in the Red Room, One More Round, Fuel to Run. That's where all that stuff came from. This wasn't Willy Wonka. This was pretty hardcore. You know, so you say you can't remember? It's not exactly She's My Cherry Pie.
I can't stand people. I hate them.
Oh, yeah?
We didn't even know if we were having a good time. I guess we were having a good time. People told us afterwards that we were having a good time. We were the life and the death of the party. Well, did I make the right choice? Of course I did. I could admire singers like Pavarotti or Andrea Bocelli, but I wouldn't want to be them. I want to be me. I want to do what I do and make a living doing it. That's the best success of all. Hanging out with your friends, catching up with your old friends and your old bands, tribes within tribes. It's all good. Even when your flight is delayed and you have to make the 100-yard dash to go catch your next one, even when you're forced to eat those horrible airline sandwiches that taste like Soylent Green, it's all good. Because at the end of the day, you get to do what you do. And that's it. So it's your old pal Jizzo, rockin' and rollin', and we will see you next time.